Mac test 1212. Mac test 1212. This is the Other Room podcast live and direct from PKK Thailand. So I have a feeling it's gonna be a very good episode today. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be a very nice episode, and this episode is gonna be good, right? Before we start, let me just say something. There's something I want. There's
The
something I
Other
want to
Room
say, right?
podcast
There's
by
something I really want
Joel
to say.
and Anthony.
Yeah, there's something I want to say. Something has been bugging me a lot, and I really have to. Man, it's huge, man. I really have to speak my mind on this issue. This has been going on for a long time. This has been going on for a long time. And first of all, to all you ladies out there going around spending rumors saying Joel is a playboy, I am not a playboy. For God's sake, I am not a playboy. Neither I am a fuckboy. Just because I dress like one, speak like one, dance like one, and rock like one, that doesn't make me a fuckboy. I am not a fuckboy. I might have a thing or two to do with your friends, Probably, we hope it's going to last for a long time, maybe 1 month, 2 months. I can't kill myself, man. I am not a playboy.
Public service announcement.
Dude, dude, even right now, my game is so weak, I can't even find myself a thing that it. What about that?
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
What about that? You ladies are just going around saying,
But then-
Joy is a fuckboy, is a playboy. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. What is the definition of fuckboy?
But then you said maybe because you dress like a folk boy. So how does a folk boy dress?
I don't know. Because
But you just said that.
In Thailand, there's quote unquote whenever anybody that dress hip hop. I don't know what the fuck is hip hop
Nah.
dress. I don't know. I don't know where they came around with that bullshit. As long as you dress good, you are an automatic playboy. And I don't know what my Cameroonian brother has been doing to those girls, man. I don't know, man. I am Nigerian. I'm not Cameroon. I don't know. Maybe you've been meeting a lot of black people from the state. I'm not part of them. I have so much dignity and respect to keep. Right? I have self-dignity. Right? I'm not going around fucking some random girls just to be like, for what? Stop going around spreading rumors. I am not a fuckboy. I'm not a fuckboy, man. I'm not.
Are you done with your rant?
I'm not done with my rant yet.
Okay.
And there's one other thing I want to talk about. Dude, there's this dude who has been holding grudge against me for the past 7 years, dude. 7 or 6 years. Just because your game was weak. Just because your game was weak, that doesn't make me a girlfriend snatcher. I don't snatch your girlfriend. I don't even know you. I wasn't your friend. We're not friends.
I don't even believe that
We're not friends.
you can snatch a girl. Like, a girl is someone who has emotions, who have intelligence.
Exactly.
And everything. So you can only snatch something that is inanimate, something that doesn't have life, something that can't speak for itself.
And you know what's so funny about
So
it?
I don't believe you can snatch a girl because that in itself is just the culture of patriarchy that a man owns a woman.
And you know what's
So
so
I
funny?
don't believe.
You know what's so funny about the entire thing? This dude be going around telling girls, not even guys. I mean, he's been telling guys a lot, but he's been going around telling girls that, oh, you took my girlfriend. Dude, I did not take your girlfriend. We ended up dating for 3 years, and we broke up like 3 years ago, right?
That's a long time already, man.
And you're still holding that fucking beef. I wasn't your friend. I
Okay,
don't
is
know
there
you.
even a beef? Because you're saying that, like, he's
He's
only a
been-
beef.
he's been
like,
going around
is there a beef?
No, he's been going around saying we're having beef. I don't know. Not, for my part, no, there's nothing like beef. I'm not beefing with you. I don't even know you. We don't have anything in common. Aside the fact that we all studied in Thailand, right? Nothing, probably with Nigerians as well. So we don't have anything in common. And I heard another your second girlfriend was talking too. you still fighting
Damn.
with the guy. Anyway, so that's the end of my rant, man. So we can continue.
Oh
We can
man.
continue, man. We can continue now.
Okay, we good. We
We're
good.
good now. We're
We good
good.
people. Well,
We're,
that rant needs a gunshot.
we're really, yeah. we, to be honest, man, we good people, man. We good people. We don't fuck around, right? I mean, like the best offer I've ever received in my entire time in Thailand was like it was a few years ago. It was my birthday, and I was grounded. Like I was partying so hard, but it was around 4 a.m. and I was grounded. You know, on your birthday, you're partying hard, you'll be drinking the whole night,
Yeah.
and then it's get to the time where you have to discharge something, right? And you're grounded, right? And this guy just hit me up. You gotta come to my place. I was like, hell yeah.
Okay.
I was 4 a.m. in the
Okay.
morning. I was like, that was my best birthday present. So, anyways, what do we what do we have to talk about? We should just keep ranting about the entire thing that has been going on in Thailand. What we'll be facing. And I know what's so funny, right? You know what's so funny to me? Even my DM game is so weak. I don't know how to DM a girl.
You're growing old, bro.
I am odd. I don't know because like I have this attitude that I have this fear of rejection.
What?
I swear to God, man. I'm
Nah.
serious.
Nah.
I am.
Nah.
I am serious.
I overcame that like 5 years ago.
I have this fear of rejection.
5 years ago?
it-
5 years ago?
It's not
Five
like-
years ago? Yeah. No. 4 years ago. Yeah, for sure. I overcame that 4 years ago for sure.
Mine is like I don't want girl that I think is not up to that level, to that standard. And I DM you and you started feeling like you're all that. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to put myself in a situation like that because I know how girl works. They might going around showing the DM, oh, he just DM'd me. He just messaged me and shit like that. And if they eventually reply to you and then something happens, nothing happens, they might going around, oh, we'll be talking like, yeah, I'll be talking. Just fucking
Yeah,
DM.
exactly,
That doesn't
yeah.
mean we're talking.
You know,
Just because I DM'd you, that doesn't mean we're talking.
There's
That doesn't
this-
mean we're cool. I
there's
just want to
this-
fuck.
There's this girl from Stanford that I took a class with. I had a crush on her and whatnot. And, like, she added me on Facebook. I added her on IG. We kind of talk sometime, like sometime back in 2017, I guess, last year. So we kind of talked a bit and then we didn't talk again. We just never talked. But then I just recently, I think maybe 3 or 2 months ago, I saw that she posted a picture on her Instagram story, which was a DM from a guy,
See?
like, oh, I get this kind of random DMs
All the time,
daily or something.
Can you imagine that?
So that moment, I just felt like the crush I had on her, I just had to uncrush her. Like it takes
How do you uncross?
like that moment. I just felt like
Like-
this is infantilism. Like
Yeah.
why are you acting like an infant? Like you want attention or whatnot. Being an adult comes with the fact that you have to respect people's privacy and whatever it is that has been. And guess what? The dude that even DM'd her was complimenting her and said he wants to get to know her. So he was very nice. And women want compliment anyway because they talk about it. And it's not like he was complimenting her in a nasty way. It was in a cool way because he genuinely wants to know her from the kind of words he used. But then now going out of the way to post it on your Instagram story, I just feel like that's so childish,
It
like
is. It is.
that's like you it just shows that she's trying to use that to validate herself. She wants
That
a bit of
is-
validation and
dude.
something. I just for that moment, that was the moment I stopped like watching her Insta story and
Dude.
I just uncrushed her.
Right now, what I'm doing is like when I get like, I thank you Instagram for this new feature, right? That is, if I'm tired of watching your bullshit, I'm molting you. You're off my timeline. You're off my story. So I
Oh, you
don't-
can mute
yeah, you can
stories
mute
now?
You can mute story for long time, but you can mute timeline now
Okay, I don't even
without
know.
unfriending.
Man.
Yeah, without unfriending, man.
Oh no, I don't even know.
You don't have to unfriend girls. Like, and the thing is, like, I don't know what's wrong. And this, I think this only happens in Thailand. It only happens here. Girls need. I mean, the way they use social media it's getting irritating, right? So they always want to be the one. First of all, they want to first post about things that is happening in their relationship. They want people to sympathize with them all the time, even when they are wrong. They will be the first to post on Instagram, making you, even though you're right, making you look bad.
Fact.
They will be the one to complain about anything. They never accept any wrong. Right? A girl was telling me a story, right? She was like, "There's okay, a guy, black guy, right? Dating two Thai girls. So maybe probably both of them know each other, or they're trying to like. So it was the guy's birthday. The first girl posted, "Oh, happy birthday, honey! I can't wait for you to come home." And when honey was outside, waiting, the one at home waiting for honey to come back home, honey was on a birthday lunch with the
With
other
the
honey.
yeah.
And the other honey posted on Instagram as well. Oh, birthday boy, we're having lunch together. You
Yeah.
know, you know
That's IP collision.
that is man. The IP collision is like extreme one. It's like high IP, man. So anyway, so what do you have? What do you have to talk about today? Oh, how was your weekend, man? How have you been doing? You've been on low key, so low key. I can't even.
I don't even
I
think
can't.
I did anything this weekend. Nothing. Like nothing stands out. Like I was just home, coffee shop, working on my thesis, gym. That's it. Nothing.
What did I
Like
do?
nothing stands
I don't
out.
do anything
I
today.
didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, last night I was. It's already new week. I was recording like a guy just sent me beat, so we're working on some songs, some
Nothing.
yeah Afro beat, dance hall and trance all mixed together. So I was just like vibing whole night, vibing.
Alashikwo.
Alash, what's my go do now? What I go do? So just vibing whole night and send him the vocal. He
Yo, what's
liked
up
it.
with Avon?
Oh, Evo is. I think he's working on his mixtape. He's working on mixtape and album together.
Shout out to
Right?
Avon, bro. My guy, my nigga.
Shout out. He actually sent me a couple of songs and I love them. And he's working with G Plus, right? The chocolate boy.
Oh
Chocolate
yeah,
Factory producer, the guy
yeah.
that studies in Thailand. He was like, the
Yeah,
Afrobeat
yeah.
he sent me was really banger, man. I mean, like, the
Yeah.
Afrobeat was good. I was like,
Okay.
yo, man, that Afrobeat beat was so good. I was like, yo, you have to hurry up, bring the shit out.
Yeah.
You really have
fact.
to bring that shit out, man. I have to bring
Yeah,
that shit
I
out.
heard that dude like got really crazy bit. Like he puts a lot of work into his beat,
G
like
Plus,
the G
right?
plus or
Yeah,
something.
he's like, he masters most of the MD Mocho,
Oh, okay.
King of the South. He
Oh,
mastered it.
okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't listen to that shit,
Yeah,
so I don't
yeah.
know.
So I think like they are like most of the MD Mosho and some other guys always like offshoring him when he's still back home. They just like make the song here and send to him to master and mix to mix
Oh,
it.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's
So
cool.
he's really good in Afrobeats. Like anything Afrobeat related, he's nice. He's smooth, and he's working with he produces MI these days. So he's a
Yeah,
big fish right now.
that's
Yeah.
big, man. That's
He's a
big.
big fish.
Yeah.
Shout out to G Plus, man. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I don't want to. I don't want to confuse the name with G Spark.
Nah.
My friend enemy. Yeah,
Frenemies.
friend enemy is there. Oh
Oh
man, I really
man.
want to. Like sometimes I feel like I really have to intentionally beef with guys, and like, oh dude, it's gonna be a lot of ranting today, man. Me and just back, ours wasn't a beef. It was just a little bit misunderstanding, and I take it personal. I take it personal
Yeah.
because I have to take it personal. And again, right, this that has been going around saying like, Dre is, dude, I am who I am. I really wish we could really take that beef and made a song about it.
Yeah,
I
why
really
not?
want to wear your lyrical ability, and I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. I'm a low-key good writer. Dude, I will punchline you to death. And I will bar you to prison, man. That's the bar. Anyways, okay, I was just kidding. So, what do we have, man? What do we have to talk about today? What is going on in Twitter, Nigeria? A lot has been going on.
Well, there's a lot of shit going on around the world. So, yeah, first thing is like, let's just talk about Thailand. Like, the Thai government and the
Oh,
rescue guys, like,
congratulations,
has
the
been able to
13th
rescue,
football players and
the
yeah,
12 football players and their coach.
their
So,
coach, yeah.
It's been a huge success for the Thai government and the international
Community.
community that decided to help in bringing those kids out. And also, I think those kids and the coach are very resilient people
They are. They are.
to have been able to survive
Two
there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks plus.
Oh
That was
man,
huge.
damn it!
My Facebook, my timeline was blowing up, man. A lot
No,
of people
like you gotta give
yo.
it to them, man. You
Yeah, they
gotta give it
tried.
to those kids.
And our condolences to the one of the
Former Navy SEALs
yes,
that died.
yeah, the diver that died.
Yeah,
Our condolences to the family. I think he actually paid with his life so that people like the government will actually know what to do. He was like trying to transport oxygen, right?
yeah.
And he doesn't even have enough to come back.
Damn.
That was a huge mistake.
Yeah. Because I read that now when they were going out and on the rescue mission, they had to like make sure they had
Extra.
just extra.
Yeah.
And especially for the kids who are being saved, like it's not something that they've actually done before.
Yeah.
So
This is first
now
time, right?
they have to make sure that nothing like the margin for error actually is
Has
very
to be
very small.
yeah.
Yeah, so
And
it's great work.
this guy also came yesterday. What was his name? I forgot his name. Man. This guy from that owns this project, Project X or something.
I don't know.
This South African guy. No, I forgot. I don't.
You know,
let me
the
check.
thing is, for me, like I've thought about this. Like the sense that when things like this happen, you got to contextualize it,
Mm.
and in that sense, let's contextualize this to the Nigerian government and to a Nigerian setting. So just imagine in the top of your head that this is Nigeria.
Oh no, man.
There are
You
12
don't want.
kids.
You really don't want to imagine this.
There are 12 kids and their coach are stuck in a cave. The first response, I'm not even saying from the government now, I'm saying from ordinary Nigerians,
Winch.
is waiting they define go there. That's the first response that intuitively will come from a lot of Nigerians. That waiting they define go there. They tend to say money day for there. Say who push them go there. Now there are village people push them
Yes,
go.
now.
And people start to see things from the blame game part without thinking that these kids have embarked on this type of journey before. They've been adventurous. And tell you, I bet it to you, like, if you're not adventurous in life, you hardly make an impact. Like, if you look at a lot of people who started, like, when you look at startups these days, they look to cater to solutions to each problems that humans have. That in itself is an adventure because nobody has done it.
Fact.
Whoever started ride-sharing taxi is an adventurous person
Yeah.
because they felt like this. Nobody has done
Done
this.
this, yeah.
So
That's
let
right.
me be the person who finds a path to this problem. So on that note, those kids are adventurous, and I give that to them, and they have survival instinct for them to have been able to survive there for 2 weeks and to be able to make it out
I think
alive.
9 days before they were located.
Yes. So even to have been able to even be there and to actually make the journey out, that in itself is a lot. So now, if you look at the technicality and how difficult this rescue mission itself is, now contextualize that to Nigeria, the government will already give up.
Easy. If
Because
there is
why?
no international media coverage or there's no international help,
Yeah.
Nigeria will never.
The
proceed
Nigerian
with
government will just, and guess what? When it starts to gather a lot of international momentum, instead of the government for Nigeria to seek a better way to get those kids out, I'm just assuming and I'm hypothesizing that the Nigerian government will decide to use force, which is one of the things that the government here did not use, which was like breaking the cave
it.
so that
Oh
those
no,
kids
it's
can
gonna
be.
it's gonna
Yeah.
take years to do that.
Because
man.
they felt like if we do this, it could go wrong.
Yeah.
But I bet you Nigeria would have gone ahead and do it. It just takes one ignorant person in government to be like, let's do this before the international media gets a hold of this story. And then it will go wrong. At the end of the day, you have people like Garba Shehu or Femi Adesina or in the past government, maybe Doyin Okupe or Ruben Abati, they will come to normalize and justify it by saying it's just 12 or 13 kids. Or you hear like, oh, what about the number of people that died under the former government?
Government.
So that's just how disposable that humans are in Nigeria. That we don't have no regards for human lives. So that's what I've actually been thinking about. That assuming this type of incident happens back home, will young Nigerians actually come out of that cave alive?
No.
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so because
No, I
this
don't.
government has failed. It's not even about this government. Successive governments of Nigeria since the return to independence have failed the people when it comes to the protection of lives and properties. Like almost on a weekly
Do we
basis.
even have a diver? Do we have like a reputable diver in
That
Nigeria?
I don't know. That is something I don't know. Exactly. So now that's a whole Pandora box. When you talk, do we have a diver? Do we have competent people who can actually do this?
First of all, those kids would never have been located.
Fact.
It was Nigeria.
Fact.
They'll be like dying
No,
missing.
even especially like after the first 3-4 days,
They'll be
they would
like,
just assume, oh,
they're all dead.
they're dead. That oh, they don't have survival tactics, so there's no way they would be able to survive. They would have starved to death or something. Somebody would just be like, let's call off this mission. We can't find them. Or maybe they are somewhere else. It's as simple as that. So that's the problem here. Like, you know, it just shows you that even I don't believe that Nigeria is a developing country
No,
because when you look at the major indications of a developing country, I don't think Nigeria have it. So
No.
what it just shows is that this government, the government of Thailand, cares about the people. And when you go to Twitter Nigeria, you see people from both spectrum of the political divide talking about the rescue mission.
Oh,
but now,
this Thailand.
yeah, it's actually a big news on Twitter Nigeria. So and then I actually
Yeah,
feel like
I've seen a couple of Nigerians sharing the news on Facebook. So
I feel like it's oxymoronic in the sense that the people who are supporting the present government, who are APC minions and loyalists, they are being hypocrites because the APC government right now will not even move a finger to save Nigerians.
Come on, man. Thousands
Look at
of people are dying.
Thousands that have died. Look at the hundreds that are dying, and look at the multiples that are dying weekly. Let's not even talk about Boko Haram or Fulani herdsmen. Look at the people who are dying in the hands of SARS every
day.
week. Every day or every week. And then you have stupid Yomi Shogunle coming to how would I even put this? To dismiss it. Like it's not even happening. You know, it's when I look at things like this, I'm just really depressed. I personally don't want to contextualize it in Nigeria because a lot of people already knows what I'm going to say about this. Because take it or leave it, it's fact. It's what's going to happen. It's most likely going to happen. Most people will agree with me
That's fact.
that this is likely to happen.
Yeah, you're right.
How many times have people been rescued in Nigeria? Even when the Nigerian police force lies that, oh, they rescued a kidnapped person, at the end of the day, you will discover that the person paid. Look at Mikel Obi. As popular as he is, as powerful as Mikel is,
we missed that.
his father got kidnapped, and he still paid 10 million naira ransom.
Nigeria is crazy, man.
Imagine a proper government would have tried to salvage his image by making sure that his dad is released in time and also free of charge without any payment. But this government does not have an image to protect, and they are not shameful. And that's just the very depressing and annoying part of it. So for me, that's my rant. Honestly,
that was a good rant, though.
That's my rant because I've been thinking about this. You know,
as a Nigerian living here, we have to actually compare this. I mean, like if something like this happened in Nigeria, right? It has to be like the government not going to do anything, and people, the churches, the people, they will make it a winch and wizard thing.
They'll completely change the narrative.
Yeah, people now, the family will start going to church, doing virgin, praying, paying extra tithe and things like that, right? But here, the government actually wants to work. They go to work. They invite international people, people who they think can
Could
help.
help. Yeah.
Right? They share ideas. Like people, they were so open about it. This is not. It's not all about politics. The left, the right, they came together,
Yep.
bring idea, bring something to the table. How could we rescue this case out of that cave? They went straight for the solution, not to gain a political uh, or gain or to make it a political statement. Unlike Nigeria, everything about that country is political. Anyway, and dude, I'm just looking for a way to get my peoples out of that country until the country is good. I can't lie about this. I've been worrying about this, thinking about my mom and a lot, right? So, anyways, that is that. So what do we have? Macron. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Manuel Macron.
Macron. Yeah, the French president.
Yeah.
President or prime minister. So
It's president. Yeah.
I was like reading he was intern in
Yeah, the
French
French
embassy.
Yeah.
That was like how many years ago?
Well, I think that's like 12 years ago. No, not 20, maybe 12 years ago. I can't remember precisely. 12, 15. But I know it's already doing the return to democracy. So, yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, because then, I was really fascinated that why precisely Fela Shrine. That
Yeah,
was
he
my
was.
first. Well, that was the first thought I was having.
Dude, if you're living in Nigeria back then, and you really you want to party, you want to enjoy your life, you are into art, and you want to really dig down into Nigerian music scene or the Nigerian music, African music culture, Shrine is the best place for you. That is where you experience real music. Joe McCarthy, the guy that's
Yeah,
the
Paul
yeah,
McCartney.
Paul McCartney, yeah, that produced Kanye West. He was like he went there. He was like he was put to tears. Like he was crying when he heard real-time music. So and that's the things we Nigerians we take for granted.
Yeah.
Take that place for granted. I've been there twice, right? And the two times I went there, I really loved it. I can't lie. So if I go back to Nigeria right now, I'm still going back there. And what's so funny about the whole thing? At least to me, what's so funny to me is because of the French president was coming, and then they started repairing the roads.
Yeah, right.
That was funny. And
Yeah, right. The thing is, I don't know who they feel like they're deceiving because at the end of the day, people who work at the French embassy
knows
are
the
going to
truth.
see what's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
Either way, they're going to brief the president. And even before that, since the day that they said they've agreed with the Nigerian government and they've made plans and everything that the president was coming to the shrine,
they
they
already
have already
have
been
sent.
secure. They've already security plans.
They
And
already
people
sent it
who
out.
were already making these security plans already know the typography or the topology of the place.
They already know the state of
So
the
they
country.
know already like the whole area. They already know like the security exit
Yeah,
and everything. They know the road and everything. So that's already been planned within Nigeria. Then it's sent to the French to send down to France to the security agencies to look at the plans and everything. And the state of the road and everything have already been analyzed. So if you now try to fix that all of a sudden, they already know. The president of France is gonna be briefed.
yeah,
So
that's fact.
it's not. I don't know who they think they're deceiving because there are just so many ways that the French are gonna know that. Okay, that's what we call cosmetic nicety. You try to make it beautify because that's what you want to show, but deep down,
They know the
it's
truth.
not. It's just cosmetic. You're just trying to make it look good. And look at that was fixed so quickly, right?
Yeah.
And bet you by the time the rainy season is done or whatnot,
The road is
in
already
less
done,
than
yeah.
in probably less than a year,
Yeah, the road is
the road is back to what it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now,
that is for sure.
if another president or head of state is coming again, or a dignitary from anywhere else, will fix the same road again. And guess what? Because there is no proper fixing of the
Yeah.
road. And also, they're doing this because then they can also always keep re-awarding it and keep making money. That's the business that they do. They keep re-awarding it and making money.
Yeah,
So
that's fact.
that's how they
fact.
shortchange Nigeria. And then, if you also look at it, I heard that Femi Kuti told the French president that the road to this place was just fixed a few days ago because you're coming.
Busted.
And man, that's what's up. That's exactly what's up.
Got busted, man.
That's exactly what's up.
Oh,
Because
man.
take it or leave it, I believe that the kids of Femi Kuti stands for equality.
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
stands
that's
for a better government.
That's fact. That's fact.
So that's the values that they espouse to people out there. So for them to see that, okay, this road has been bad. Ambode and these other people and every other person have been going to the shrine to have fun.
Fun, yeah.
So it's not like this is the first time they're saying the state of that road, that it's been being a really bad road. So now to suddenly fix it few days to the visit of the president, it sends a message of
No,
the state.
Nigeria, we just so good in blanket. I don't know how to put it, but we just so good in covering things up. How on earth, just because someone is coming that is not Nigerian, now you started to want to make yourself look good, and deep down you know you're so bad that you can't even hide it.
It's not even about you. They also know you're so bad. So both sides knows they are so bad. They
So
know
why-
you're bad.
why
You
you
yourself,
trying-
you
why-
know you're bad.
Why are you trying to cover that up?
So just live your life. Just be real. Because then he might actually look like, if these
Oh,
people
yeah.
didn't fix this road and they know I'm coming, maybe there's even a much greater problem that they can't fix it.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have the money to
Money
fix
to
it or
fix it,
something.
yeah.
But then if you suddenly fixed it and they are told like, oh, the road was just fixed Tuesday ago, then they just know like, oh, okay. So this is how you treat your people. So, like I quite like the approach of Femi Kuti by letting the French president know that, see, whatever it is you're looking here is not
It's
how
not real,
it
bro.
is.
It's not real.
It's just because of
It's not
you.
real.
So thank you for visiting us.
I hope you come again.
Exactly. But even at that, when you look at that,
Oh, man.
that's an optimistic part that, okay, that road has been fixed temporarily because of the visit of the French president. But the visit of the president comes with a huge discomfort and disadvantage to Lagosians
Yeah.
because the roads are blocked.
Traffic, yeah. A lot of traffic.
So why do you block the roads? Because of the visit of. I remember back in the days when I was still studying in Abuja. I remember the road that passed through Area 10, Ministry of Defense headquarters, was completely blocked when Bill Clinton was coming to Abuja.
Abuja, right? Oh.
Because that was during Obasanjo. And I remember how much time we spent in the traffic.
Oh, shit.
That morning, I think morning or afternoon back in the days, where there was so much long queue. What is happening is just because there was so much siren. Even I don't even think they were even 30 minutes away from us since when the road has been blocked.
Oh.
So, and there is video out there that shows Nigerians cursing and abusing the motorcade of whoever was passing during the visit of Macron, either Macron and his Nigerian dignitaries. So imagine that you're putting the people through so much hardship under a system that is already hard for them. So because the president of France is coming, you just make everywhere look like, okay, this is how it is. By this time, Nigerians are the ones suffering for this visit. The question you ask is that what is the marginal benefit of Macron's visit to the ordinary Nigerian?
He actually came to let us know, to let our government know,
Yeah.
to tell our government and to advise Nigerians like Nigeria is good for you. Stay at home. Stop coming to France.
Fact. But the thing is, I don't think Nigerians go to France in their droves. We don't speak French. So how are you even going to live out there?
But a lot
No,
of people travel.
I don't
A lot of-
think so.
There's a lot of Nigerians.
I don't
in
even
France.
know one Nigerian in France.
I know, at least I know like 10.
I don't know a Nigerian in France. And I know a lot of people in all other
European countries.
European countries.
I know-
The
I know
people
some.
I know in France are people from other West African countries, Francophone countries, who speak French. So it's not like Nigerians have flooded the streets of France like they've done to maybe Germany, Austria, or Italy, or Spain.
Yeah,
No.
Nigerians are everywhere, man.
Nigerians are everywhere, but not like in France. compared to like Italy, where basically it's like little Nigeria,
It's
or you
like
go to Germany where
little Edo State.
yeah, exactly. So I don't get that, but I feel like the message that
But I know a
he
lot of
tried to
Nigerians
send.
actually moved from Italy. They are just crossed
Yeah, I
over
know a
from
lot of
Italy,
are starting to like get out of Italy. They just go
more
into
from Italy to
Italy.
France.
Yeah, then
Oh.
they started like spread out. But the thing is, I feel like the message which he sent to Nigeria and the rest of Africa is that fix your problem
Yeah,
yourself.
stop coming
France
over.
is
Yeah,
not going to fix your
fix your
problem
problem.
for you.
He did the same thing in Ghana when he went to Ghana, or when the
I,
Ghana president went to
and
visit
I
him, or something
like
like
it.
that.
Let them know.
Yeah.
Everybody got to be able to take responsibilities for themselves. And that's one of the
I mean,
things
like
that I tell people.
I don't really understand our the rate in which Nigerian government seek validation from the Western or European government or wherever. I don't know the kind of validation we're seeking. Where we're like, imagine UK. They don't even UK doesn't even have a single natural resources, right? Um, now the act they stole during the colonial era, right?
Yeah.
Now they have to we're asking them to return the act, and they said yeah they have to give it to us on loan, like they have to borrow it. The same thing they stole from Nigeria, right?
If you ask me to seek to vote on that, I'll vote that the UK should keep the art.
Why? For what? It's not their property. Why should they keep it? Doesn't belong to them. They stole it.
Does Nigerians value art?
It doesn't really matter. It's ours. Return it.
It's not about it's yours. Art in itself,
You,
it's so
I mean,
art is so invaluable, and those who knows the
don't really get
value should keep it.
it doesn't really matter. You saying those who knows the value should keep it.
Yes.
So we should also flood UK because we know the value of their own good system. So we should also flood their country and keep it.
Here,
Yeah.
it-
Now, if they take it, if we give it to them, like something like Napoleon, right? What you took in Africa, most of the act you took, that was given to him. Nobody's asking him back. You stored it. That's different. It's not like we don't
how
give it to
many?
you.
First question: how many times have you seen Nigerians on Instagram or in perfect conversation say that they've been to a museum in the past 5 years?
Do we even have one? But
That's
like
the question.
just because
And secondly,
okay,
do we even have libraries?
just because we don't
Let's not even talk about museums.
just because we don't have one doesn't make us not
It's
good
not that we
enough.
have. We do have them.
We have, but not like
nobody takes care
up
of
to
them.
the international standard.
And people who've been to museums in Nigeria say that you can't even breathe in there because it's so dusty and unkept.
Can you imagine that?
So
And
imagine
imagine the
now,
boy that-
imagine you bring that kind of art there. One, our museums are not protected. It will be stolen
Yes,
and
I
sold
know
back.
someone will store it and
So
store
why
it,
do
yeah.
you want to bring it back? Because
but the point,
those
okay,
art
okay,
are endangered the moment they get to Nigeria.
okay. Let's put it this way: they know the act doesn't belong to them. They stole it. Right?
They know that.
They know that, but don't just accept it. But we would like to keep it if we permit us to keep it. Don't say
It's-
you want to give us on loan. It's not yours. It's never yours.
Personally, I'll vote for them to keep it until
But let them accept
we
the
are
story.
ready to keep it. Until we are prepared to live like every civilized country in the world is living.
I don't.
We don't value art.
I don't know when that is gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. So why would you?
I don't know when that is gonna
So
happen.
why would
though,
you
so.
even keep that? Okay, look at if you go to Edo State, all of the old art that still exists in Edo State are either being destroyed or being sold out. So the
Destroyed?
few ones that we already know where they are, that the history has not been distorted. And the thing is, the British are not distorting the history of these arts. The art, the history, the story behind those arts still speaks that it belongs to Nigeria or it's from the old Benin Empire and from Soso Empire or your empire and everywhere. But the moment those things come here, it just takes one politician to steal them or just one knucklehead area guy to steal them who doesn't even know the value. We don't value art. Let's even say, okay, Nigerians be like, okay, there's nothing I want to benefit from art. How about libraries?
Yeah, there's a lot to benefit from library. Most
But do we
especially,
even have libraries?
Most especially when you don't have a standard internet
Exactly.
network for your people to do research.
The library should be a place where people can at least go read new
as
books.
as an
through-
alternative way
And-
of internet.
In all honesty, back when I was in Abuja, there was a library, National Library, very close to my house, which is like 5 minutes walk. That was where a lot of people were watching Premiership games because it had like maybe 100-inch TV game.
Oh, okay.
That was back then when the library was still functional library. It had books. But where is all of that these days? It's mismanagement. Nobody cares about the library anymore. I don't even know if we are funding libraries anymore. So Nigerians cannot even go to library and be like, I want to go read the latest research or the latest book or anything. And if it's another thing you ask is the Nigerian government funding research?
Nigerian government are not funding anything that has to do
Exactly.
with education.
So that's why I'm saying
We're
that.
not funding anything.
Okay, when you look at the movie, the Black Panther movie, right? You saw where they made where they did the scene of the museum and they made the reference to the Benin art, right? Where the art they showed it and they made reference that this art is from the Benin Empire, it belongs to the Benin people and whatnot. Imagine if that is in Nigeria, you will not see any traces of that anymore.
At all.
So for me,
Oh yeah. The museum
Yeah.
in London, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think even local movies has been made about that. Like I think is it Lancelot Imasuen or someone else made a movie about. It's on Netflix too. The Nigerian movie on Netflix about Nigerian arts that are in the UK.
I watched it.
Yeah. I've seen it too. So we already know about these things, but do we value these things? How much are artists in Nigeria paying? Okay, now you see a very banal painting online, and you ask like, what's the asking price for this art? They'll be like $1 million, and you'll be like, for this? How many Nigerian art has been priced for 1 million naira?
That is really painful.
Even when you
that
put
is
the
really
art-
painful, and
yeah.
we have so much talent.
Even
out
when you
there.
put the art,
like okay, like the last time I wanted to get some art as a background for our podcast, right? And I
Yeah.
went to the market and I messaged you. I told you, right? I was
Yeah.
like, yo, probably we just have to send someone to get it from Nigeria. I
exactly.
just get it from the street. It's gonna be like 500 baht. It's gonna be like super standard.
Because
like
even if you put an art that has high quality and the work put into it is very detailed, and you price it at maybe like you put the price at maybe 1 million naira, you hear the kind of comments Nigeria will make. Like they will just be like, okay, this that I can tell somebody to make for me at home. I'll just take picture now and say ask someone to make for me for 1,000 naira or 10,000 naira. So that's we don't value art. That's why I feel like let it be out there. Let it tell the story of our people. Like since the Black Panther movie, right? Black Panther movie, and I've talked to a couple of people like my girls them. And I'll be like, oh, you saw that part where they made mention of the Benin Empire. That's where my mom is from. So I'm using that art that's connected to the movie to tell the story of where my mom come from that links me. But if that art is in Nigeria, how would I be able to tell that story that they can picture that, okay, my mom is from this part of Nigeria, that there's an art to tell my story. So it's not like me telling my story now. But if that art is in Nigeria, are we even going to see it?
no, never.
Yeah, so that's why I'd be like, okay, let them
But
keep
my,
it.
my own point is like, first of all, you have to admit that you are not the original owner of this property.
I
You
feel like
sold it.
subconscious, they've already agreed by telling
Subconsciously.
the story of it that this is from the Benin Empire.
But they know their claim is theirs.
They're probably claiming it's theirs in the sense that maybe they were gifted or they sold. It was sold to them. But
wasn't-
I
wasn't
believe
sold to
it
them.
was during the
Wasn't sold to
invasion
them.
of
Yeah,
the
they-
Benin
do you know how-
Empire that
do you
those
know- do
art
you
was
know how-
carried away.
Do you know how many things they took away during the invasion of Oyo and Benin Empire? Even like
Yeah.
the act even from Calabar. And those days, do you know how many things we don't even know they took? That it's not even on record. We're not aware of it, but it's ours. But we don't even know it's ours.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
So yeah.
So with that being said, small girl, big God.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, all the slave mama. Shout out to all the slave mama, all the killing queens,
All the original base.
original babes, all the goddaughters, mothers,
Daughter of
foodie-
God.
foodies, mother of two dogs. Oh
All
man.
I did,
Well,
man.
what is your take on this? This has been going on a lot. So they actually graduated from slave mama to small girl big god.
I will let you know Jibo pancake.
Pancake. Aja beggar.
Beggar to
Beggar to
Aja.
Aja. Man, so what's your take on
Man,
that, man? What do you think is going on in Nigeria right now, man?
I personally like this is okay. This to me is a personal opinion, and this opinion has also been backed by the opinion of someone else who's not Nigerian, who's female.
Okay.
This is also part of her description of Nigerian girls. That Nigerian girls are very banal in their outlook of the world
Yeah.
and very materialistic.
Very, very materialistic. That's
And
fact.
and now the small girl big god falls under under let me just say it falls under materialism and the fact that people want to live above their means without working.
Yeah.
And it also comes down to patriarchy. Like first in patriarchy in the sense that we've lived under this system of patriarchy where men are the providers. They provide
Yeah,
for
for
the
yeah.
family.
Yeah.
So women didn't have to
Yeah,
work.
that's more actually African mentality.
Yeah, exactly. So now there are people who are feminists who feel like, okay, that should be done away with. And even on that, I find it very inconvenient that there are feminists who still believes that a man should provide for them.
They're
Which
just bunch of
personally,
hypocrites.
which exactly. So the thing is, there's always pivoting. Like people keep like changing the goalposts that you don't even know which of them
Yeah,
is the point.
they're just
But
like writing what
my
will fit their
point,
own narrative and
my
shit like
point
that.
right now is not for the feminists because a huge majority of small girl big god are not feminists. Most of them don't even know about feminism. They're just people who, ìyá ti pọ́n wọn lórí gan, like they don't suffer well. So now that
Oh,
we have this age of social media where a lot of people can boost their self-esteem
yeah.
through using of social media and mobile phone and everything.
Mm.
So they're trying to like feed into that. And one of the big small girl big god is as a result of sugar daddies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
So
fact. So it's like I'm small girl, but I got big girl. I'm small girl, ordinary girl, but I got big man that is paying for all
yeah, it's
my
like
things.
I'm a small girl, but I'm doing big things. Like I'm a small girl, I don't have a job, but I can have 100K wig or hair on my head. I'm a small girl with a big god
So
because I can own an iPhone.
the big god is the sugar daddy.
Yep, figuratively.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm small, but I can do bigger things than you expect of me. But now it's okay. Like I believe you can have bigger dreams, you can do bigger things, but how have you ended? Like, what is the end to that means? That's the question. That's where we question small girl, big girl. Personally, for me, it's not like I'm bitter. Like, I don't have any beef for Nigerian girls. Like, I don't feel like I'm attracted to Nigerian girls. So it's
the
not like
the last time I said is that TJ said I was lying. I was like, if I go back home, I'm not going to fuck any Nigerian.
yeah.
No, it's not just gonna happen.
But
I'm
I
sorry.
just
Like
don't
a
feel
lot of you might
attracted.
feel offended, but I'm sorry, man. I
At
can't
least
handle
at
it.
this point, I don't feel it.
Yeah,
So
I can't handle it.
so for me to be able to speak about this, it's not out of hatred or
Yeah, it's not out of hate.
animosity
Yeah,
or beef.
yeah, that's
It's
fact.
just looking at a trend that is starting to become annoying. First, especially for men who are in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, like their outlook of our women falls onto this small girl, big girl,
Bigger
and
things.
also
Yeah,
now we are like I'm talking based off of insider information I have through an East African girl who is presently based in Lagos and her opinion about Nigerian girls. That whereby, okay, now we're talking about Jibo pancake, a person who doesn't even have a job, right? Who has not done any work is going to Jibowu to eat pancake and
I was going
whatnot.
to a hotel
Why?
to eat
Yeah, exactly. It's it's
pastas.
it's actually okay if you can do that with your own money or maybe your spouse and you go on a date, but not when you're in a relationship and you're cheating on your partner, and because you know the dude is helpless, like he can't do anything
Anything
about it.
about it, yeah.
But if it's a guy now, if you reverse the gender now, they will be like men has come.
Yes, that is fact. Yeah.
And a lot of these
Our girls are just so defensive, you know. They are always like victim, want to play the victim, you know, even when they
yeah,
know they are at wrong. Like they're doing
it's
everything wrong. They just
it's
want to
I
play the
don't even
victim.
think it's a female thing alone. It's more about we are just in this age of liberalism where everybody now plays the victim. Transgenders claim to be victims. Gays, lesbian, queer people all claim to be victims.
And the white supremacists too.
Exactly. Even white supremacists tell you they are victims because they feel that white people are becoming extinct, that
Yeah.
they are
Yeah.
becoming an endangered species, that
Species.
black and white people are starting to mix, or brown and white are starting
Yeah.
to mix, that the pure
So
white breed will go into non-existence
so
in maybe
what do
50 years.
how like if you as a white person feeling like that, how do you want us the black to feel?
So exactly, that's why I feel like we're in that age of victim blaming, where you even have academics like now who just feel like, oh, their voices are being suppressed. That's now we have the intellectual dark web.
Oh,
Yeah, who are people who feel like they are intellectuals, but their opinions differ from the rest of the mainstream opinions. So they have to create
their
their own
own social
audience, or
gatherings.
yeah, or people who think the
Yeah, who
same
think
way
the same way
they
them.
think,
Yeah.
and just create their platform where those people can be able to just access them. So it's called intellectual dark web. Like I know there are a couple of like scholars and writers there who are really like
Intelligent.
intelligent, and this guy too from UFC, Joe Rogan. He's
Oh,
also part of.
Joe
He
Rogan
has one of
has
the best
he's the one
podcasts, man.
it's not one it has like
Like
right now the
exactly.
greatest podcast ever
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, exactly. So he's
Yeah.
part of intellectual dark web, Ben Shapiro, and these other guys. So not to even go into intellectual conversations, come back to very banal, small girl,
Big
big
God.
God that we're talking about. I feel like this is fueled by Instagram most especially, because you know why? A lot of slave mama will not post the kind of photos they post on Instagram, on Facebook.
Yeah.
We have different identities. On Facebook, because it's your friends or family,
Yeah.
you just post that kind of
It
photo that,
presents something with
yeah,
decency. Yeah.
yeah. Then when you go to LinkedIn, it's even become more decent and professional.
Professional. It has to be professional. Yeah.
Yeah. When you come to Instagram, you
Ratchet.
see that slutty, ratchet, balling, grooving type. And then when you come to Twitter, you see that fake woke pseudo intellectualism of being like, I'm
So,
smart, I'm very knowledgeable.
yeah.
So each media determines the personality. It's like you divide yourself into different aspects that you want people to be able to see. And now for Instagram, most especially, that I believe I fueled this small girl, big God, is that when people start to post photos of the things they are doing with their life, their friends and family start to become jealous.
Jealous. Yeah. That's
And
fact.
their friends, most especially, when you read things online that are sent anonymously, you'll be like, I'm more beautiful than my friend. I'm more knowledgeable than my friend. But my friend is having more money than me because he has sugar daddies.
Oh yeah. So now they want to.
Take it or
I
leave
want to
it.
go into
Now,
sugar daddy.
Nigerian girls will date you if you have a ring in your hand.
They don't give a shit.
They
Nigeria
care
doesn't give
more
a
about
shit.
dating married people
They don't
now,
give a shit.
because those are the people they get money from. And the same person who's dating a married man will be the same person you will see in church
Praying.
praying, claiming to be a holy person and whatnot. And that same person will be online setting moral standards. Without, and to me, it's
Oh
very
man.
sanctimonious, because now the same person who's claiming this whole moral standard online is likely the same person who's cursing another woman
Pains.
sleepless
Yeah.
night and pains, like lack of attention from the spouse, from the husband, as a result of small girl, big God. I'm not trying to rationalize men
Attitude.
cheating,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that women could actually also help us prevent this, because Nigerian girls right now, they are more interested in married men, because now
Because they're
married men get
lazy.
the
Because
money
they're
now.
lazy, man. Nigerian girls are
Exactly.
lazy.
Everybody want to slay. You hear like I slay easily.
So okay, like take for instance one our intro video, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I actually can do this. Is what I can do. You
Yeah.
know, I told you I can do this, but
Yeah.
I was being so lazy and I couldn't like just do anything. And I went to Fivers just to add sauce, right? Just going through everything, and I saw this girl. She's a Nigerian girl. She can make the same video. I'm like, why not us
Empower her.
empower her, pay her? Like I just talked to her. Like, how much do you need? Like, it's like, but I gotta let her know I'm from Nigeria. Like, I choose it because I know you are
Yeah.
you're my sister. Let's just put it that way. You're my
Yeah.
sister, right? So how much do you need? She's like, 25. I was like, how much do you need? You think you need to do this job? Good. Like anything, give me 20. I was like, no, I'm gonna give you 30, right?
Yeah.
Just make
So
sure you
to
do it.
do a good job.
Do it good. And she
Yeah.
delivered. She delivered the time. She told me she have
Exactly.
to on generator. She have to download most of our videos. I was
And
like,
when you look at the internet
yeah,
prices, internet
exactly. Back
connection,
home.
electricity,
Back
getting
home.
fuel itself is like a sport. So if you
It's
look
a
at all of that,
things like that. People like that, we want to empower them because she actually doing something with her life. She don't rely depend on any sugar daddy or whatever. I don't know, but even though she does, but she's still doing something. She's still earning her own money. She's using her talent as a video or stop motion whatever uh editor, right? She's doing her thing and she's making money. And I read her review, right? A lot of people actually, yeah, oh, good job, you know. A lot of people actually outsourcing her.
when we talk about some of these problems, right? I usually say that the problem starts from the average Nigerian. It's more of a societal problem. Now, one of the trend in Nigeria is that for you to be considered rich, you have to own an iPhone. For SARS to
So
most
first
likely,
of all, you see, Sonny, cracked Sonny.
so for SARS to consider you a victim first, the moment you own an iPhone, you're already a Yahoo boy. There's no
Like,
way of explaining yourself out of that,
that's automatic.
because there's been that value that has been attached to iPhones, that having an iPhone's mean you are wealthy, or you have money, you're rich, you are affluent.
Thank God I stopped using
And
iPhone.
that's a wrong mentality, because personally, I've used an iPhone before. I
Yeah,
don't feel like
but
buying a new iPhone
since
is my problem.
since 2000 and I think since 2007 or 6 I've been an iPhone user
So
up to
if
last year
you are
or early
now,
this year.
if a person is now determining my self-worth off of using a Samsung phone or an iPhone, then I feel like the problem is not with me, but it's with you, because you have a very narrow sight of the world,
Yeah.
and your standards, you need to do better.
Come on, man. iPhone. What is iPhone? That is
Because
how much is that? Is
you
30 to
you even see,
35,000
and
baht.
sometimes I feel like some of these slave mamas, right, they've been pressured or bullied into this corner by the society.
Yeah.
Like, you see Nigerian girl will be like, oh, my friend is using an iPhone and I'm using an Android, I feel bad because I cannot make Snapchat videos with my phone.
So
So now
at this point in my life, right, nobody's going to force me or push me into do something just to fit
that I
into
don't
the
want to do to
society
fit into
narrative.
society. Yes, exactly.
There's no way. Like if I end up buying a house, building a house for my mom, nobody's going to see the photo on social media. That's
Exactly.
fact. You're not going to see any photo. If I become rich today, you're not going to know. I'm still going to be like this. We're still going to be on podcast talking every week.
Yeah.
I'm still going to eat, stay at home the way I've been staying at home, right?
I'm
There's
still gonna be
nothing.
chilling at Sway, having my
Yeah,
bottle of
exactly.
beer with
Beer.
friends and everything. So that's one of the problem, because this kind of standards that we've set as a society for ourselves is start to mentally weigh people down, that they have to just go out of their way to try to survive. I'm not trying to justify it, but it's now a case of an ends to a means,
Mm.
that they want to slay too. Because there are people who feel like I'm better than my friend. But why does my friend have a better phone?
But how do you
Why
do?
does why does our pictures look better on
how do you
Instagram?
define better? That is my problem with people, man. How do you define something is better?
Whatever is better, it's usually a
I mean,
case
like,
of
okay, like,
relativism.
yeah, like me. Before I consider something or someone better than me, I don't really consider anybody better than me, right? And I don't consider me better that I'm better than anybody, right? If I see something you're doing right, right? If you're doing something right, intellectually, if you're doing something right, morally, if you're doing something right, financially, I would like to learn from that. I would like to like model myself
Yeah.
just to start doing something like that. This doesn't have to do with anything material.
Yep.
If you're using an iPhone, I'm not going to buy iPhone because you're using an iPhone. That's first. If you're driving car, I'm not going to buy car because you're driving car.
Yep.
No. If you ride a motorcycle, I'm not going to buy one because you have one.
Yep.
Right? If you have a Rolex, I'm not going to buy Rolex because I see you wearing a Rolex, right? But if you're doing something that I think, wow, that motivates me, right? Something that I think I can better myself in that aspect, I will tap into it. That's for
yeah.
sure. I will tap into it. So this idea of, yeah, my friend is riding car, and yeah, I have to buy a car too. That's bullshit. A lot of the guys does that here. They do it. Guys still doing it.
Yeah. Even when their story or their perspective is quite different from that of,
Yeah.
you see people who don't really need a car but decide to go buy one.
Go buy
Because
car.
then the
For
question
what?
is,
Why?
why? But because
You don't
we
have
just wanna
wife, you don't
fit
have baby,
in.
you're not taking anybody to school.
Exactly.
You still going out to drink every night and you having a car for what? So I don't know, like I really don't want to model my life around this.
And the problem with this is that it's not even a Nigerian thing in the sense that the problems that come with social media is very spectacular to or specific to each country.
Yeah.
But in ours, it's just the fact that it now borders on materialism, and people have decided to like go out of their way morally to try to own an iPhone or to try to slave for the gram, which is why we've come up with small girl,
Big
big
God.
God. You know, there are researches that there is out there about the habits of young people, like us as young people, millennials, that once they are they start to use social media a lot, some of the effect is narcissism, where you see a girl who's posting like 10 photos of herself in 1 hour, and who's constantly posting photos every day and whatnot, and very careful about her image. And a photo that doesn't have as much likes that she expects, she takes it down and keep the ones that have so much likes. Or a girl who's taking photo of different angles to pick out the perfect one. Yeah, or the photos, like although you see those things, we all see them out there. Or a person who details every step of their daily life. So
Yeah.
now, researchers have been able to come up with things like narcissism as one of the effects.
Yeah,
Their
that is it.
impulsivity, like there's that impulsive attitude that you want to do it because you want other people to
To
see
say
it.
it,
So
yeah.
there's that impulse, and also they say like it also leads to a certain darkness, where maybe probably you stop having that attention
Yeah,
that
it's
you used
like
to get.
it's
So
more of like a meal of validation.
yeah,
You have to
so
validate
that
this. Yeah.
darkness kicks into depression, and you start to feel less about yourself. That
That you need approval, you need
that
social likes.
approval, yeah.
Yeah.
And now another stage is regression. You start to regress because you don't feel that much safety about yourself. Like there are people who've shared this kind of opinions with me, and I feel like in order to respect them, I'm not going to talk about it on the podcast. Just to
Yeah.
respect them, like I feel like some of these things that researchers have been able to come up with, people actually experience them. Because I have a personal story of someone who's been able to tell me recently about some of these things that I feel like it fits into the scholarly articles that I've been reading. And that's the same thing with a lot of Nigerian girls and some guys too, who want
Yeah.
to show off
A
for the
lot.
gram.
Yeah, dude.
So it's not even.
I think we know
It's not.
we know a lot of guys who has been
Yeah,
like flexing on
it's
gram,
not
flexing
even a female thing
on
alone.
Facebook, and yeah.
But
It's guys too.
the female part of it is just the ends to the means. That is why we say, okay, small girl, big god, or jibble pancake. But when it comes down to the broad social media effect and narcissism, it's a male and female
Yeah,
thing.
it's
So
both things.
so
It goes both
exactly,
way.
it just
Both way.
comes up to like public validation.
Yeah.
And now that leads us to the next conversation. Let's talk about public approval
Yes.
or public
Proposal.
proposal.
Yeah. So
Why do people do that?
I don't know. I really I don't like like people. I don't know how to put this right. People just so obsessed with this idea of just because the Westerns are doing it and they have been successful doing it, we have to do it as well. Just because others are doing it, that, like you said, like it's more of like public approval. We're seeking validation. We want to like who has the best public proposal ever.
Yeah.
Who do it the best? Who do
Has
it
the
like
cutest
who
or
yeah, who is
whatnot.
more creative about proposing to their spouse or doing this? And this is like it's so depressing that you have to waste time, get a cameraman, right? You have to look for a location, right? It's more of like you have to write a fucking business proposal for just to just to propose for someone who you're not even sure of. But I don't know, like the video that has been going on around about this new video. I don't know if that was like a joke or they were just being funny or something. I
That
don't know.
isn't. That's not a joke.
If that was real, the guy deserved to be crucified. Ask me why.
You're really blaming the victim here. That's double jeopardy.
I'm not no. First of all, I'm not blaming the victim.
No, you said he deserved to be crucified.
You know why I said that?
Why?
How could you be dating someone and you can't even tell if this person is genuinely in love with you? If it's
Exactly.
no, come on, man.
That's what love does to people.
Come on, man. How come you don't know this? You never see this coming. If you tell a girl I love you and she's like,
No,
no,
that's
I mean, like those are the traces, man. Those are the simple traces.
the thing is, I may love you. You may text me that I miss you, and if I don't miss you that moment,
I won't test
I
my
may
right.
not text back that I miss you.
So that is the
But
sign.
you might read that as being that, oh, I don't love you or something. But if I don't feel it that moment, does not mean I'll never feel it or I never felt it.
So this has to
So
be a
I
moment.
do
It has
have
to be
that a lot.
It has to be a moment.
There
thing.
are moments I just don't miss you. And I don't want to lie to you that I miss you because I want you to feel good.
Okay, just okay. Take for instance, like what I'm saying is like things like that. If you've been saying that, if someone's like I'm mixing and you say, oh yeah, maybe that moment you miss the person is like yo, I mix it too, right? That is like the person will have to say, oh yeah, he's been saying this. Maybe he's probably busy or things like that. But in a situation whereby probably you'll be dating someone for like a year, and whenever you say you miss them, they talk over it. That should be a sign for you to know this is not going anywhere. And
Okay.
that was the same thing I'm saying. Like this guy, you should have seen this coming. It can't be this blunt. Maybe they just started dating for like a week or two.
Nah, well, it happens. There are people who've been able to date for like a week or two, then there's
And
a
the
proposal,
proposal,
and
yeah.
then there's a marriage.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't really know what really transpired, right? I don't know how it's all goes down. We always saw videos on how the guy is being slapped. But
Just to add context to this, the reason we're talking about this is because recently there has been multiple videos of public
Public
proposal
proposal.
refusal, that it's always been the girl refusing the guy, and we just talk about it and move on. But I know when it's a guy who refuses a girl,
he will be labeled as a playboy.
then that's where we're going to see the
Fuckboy.
real outrage
Yeah.
by the men as calm warriors and the feminists.
Out there.
Yeah, exactly. So now, first, I feel like the reason a lot of people do this public proposal is because they want to go viral.
Yeah.
That if they make it cute, oh, it's so cute, this and that, then they want to go viral with it. That get as much views, likes, and comments
Yeah,
that
exactly.
they want. That's one. Secondly, I feel like the society have put this burden on people that you have to be engaged for you to be somehow validated or for you to be seen as doing good. So
Well,
people want to show their engagement online so they can be seen as responsible. They're taking that next step in their life, that they're serious about life and they are conforming to the traditional values of family.
well. As for me and my family, I mean, me and my family, me, myself, and I. right?
Personally,
I'm not going to say this on camera,
personally,
man. I'm
that's
not going to say
not
this on camera.
that's not something
Wedding,
I've thought about.
marriage, out of it. So if you're out there, you think I'm the right person for you, take your mind and your heart off marriage and wedding. It's not my thing. It's never my thing. We have baby, I will take care of my baby, man. It's like I will
You know,
take care
like
of you, take care of the family, but not.
my
I'm not going to church for any girl, and I'm not going to court for any girls too.
my perspective about proposal is just you and I. That's it. Two people.
Two
That's
people, yeah, that
I
should
don't
be
care
like who
about
give a shit about who is
I
watching, who
don't
is
care
saying.
about capturing anything on camera. That has always been my perspective on this. It's not that it has changed. It has never changed. It has remained the same. That you and I give you what I got to offer. I do it the traditional way. You either accept or you decline. And the thing is that I know for a fact that I'm not leaving my heart in someone's hand, else's
I
hand.
can't. I'm
I'm
not
putting
trust. I'm not trusting.
my head and my heart into it.
I'm not
So
trusting you like that, man.
I can already see the signs if
I'm
you're gonna
trusting you
say
like that.
yes or no. So I can already be able to know that, oh, this person wants to spend the rest of their life
With you, right?
with me. If I don't see that sign, there's no way I'm making it. And if you don't even bring up the conversation in itself, there's no way I'm even going ahead to be like, I want to propose to you. You must have brought up conversations about us being together, about me proposing to you, and you know, I must have been able to know what kind of ring you like and whatnot for me to even want to make that move. Without any of those key indicators, I'm sorry, man, I'm not making that move.
Now,
I'm just not.
now, if I have to, if I choose to make move like that, right? If I have to propose to you, right? I would have like this person. This is the person I want to spend my whole life with, and this person is ready to spend their own entire life with me, right? And probably we have something we can really rely on. Like probably we have baby on the way, and I think yeah, and that is like proposal. That is it. As for marriage and wedding, no, it's not my thing. I'm not. I'm definitely not going to do that.
No, I
I'm
don't
no.
mind.
I'm not.
I don't.
It's just
I
not my thing.
personally see
It's not my thing.
myself getting married
No,
and doing all of those
it's not my thing,
normal
man.
traditional values
No,
and
I'm not.
things.
Nah.
But I'm not just doing the Owambe kind of party where you have to go take a loan out to be able to feed people who you don't even know wish you well or who don't care about how you got the money to do all of that. If it's 5, 10 people that I feel should be there or I care about. Okay, I've had a conversation with a girl last year about how I do kind of marriage. And it's the kind of Bella Niger kind of marriage where it's
It's Bella
all
Ninja.
over the media
Oh,
that it's like 1,000 people with different costume and whatnot and
for what?
whatnot. And the moment we were having that conversation, up in my head, I just already know like Umbanu.
You're not the one.
Umbanu. Like
You're
where
not the one.
our perspective or our outlook of marriage is quite different. And the more we start to have that conversation, I start to be able to pick holes in how we have very dissimilar opinions. Then it's better each person just moves on with their life.
what is the point? What is the point? Like, I've seen a lot of big weddings today. Like I've seen a lot of marriages. That's like, I don't know. Like the different people getting this really confused, right? Uh, just because you have a court wedding or a church wedding, that doesn't automatically make your marriage happy marriage, right?
I don't think anybody thinks that.
I think a lot of people does.
Nah, I don't think anybody thinks that.
So what is the point of going to church? What is the point of going to court? If you think being happy is
No,
the
I
greatest
just feel
achievement
like
about the entire
it's
thing.
more about doing it the traditional way. For people who are more religiously inclined, they want to do it the religious way, which is
That
going to church.
okay.
And for people who care about doing it the legal way, which you can think, okay, if a divorce comes, if we need to sign a prenup and any of those things, then and they are maybe agnostic, then they'll just decide to go to the court and just do it. Usually it's a matter of convenience. And there are people who does both. Like
Dude.
I know like for a fact Akimbo Wale, my brother,
Oh,
did
oh, oh. Both?
yeah. he did both. Yeah, first they did the magistrate registration in at at the magistrate in Ibokoda. Then they went back home to Aitoro and they did the traditional marriage. And also, I think if you didn't sign your documents at the magistrate, which is at the court, then I think your marriage is not it's not recognized by the state.
Okay.
So I think that's why people go to the court. That means your marriage is not recognized by the state, and maybe you need documents. I'm not really sure, but I think that's the
No,
case. So if
like
you need documents
it's not only that. You
for,
know, you have to sign like I don't know. You have to declare a lot of things as well.
yeah, you have to go to the magistrate to do that, which
Uh,
is the court,
uh,
where people
uh,
have to be a witness. So then you get a court certificate, and now that court certificate most times you might need it for visa applications to show that you have a
yeah,
family.
a
If you
family. Yeah.
travel, you are coming back to your family. That's why a lot of people who do marriages these days, they do it because of the court certificate, so they can be able to prove their marriage registration in case they're applying for visa applications and whatnot. So I think that's the benefit.
Okay. Sorry, think we're hearing some noise from my earphone, so I have to fix it. Anyway, so what else we have about public proposal? As for me,
It's not
it's not my
happening.
thing.
It's
It's
not
not my thing.
happening.
It's not my thing.
If I'm not sure, if I'm not convinced that this person is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, and they want to spend the rest of their life with me, and I'm sure I'm not doing that.
I mean,
And even
like
if I do it, I will
I'm not.
take my L in private.
I'm not just taking anything about my relationship public. That's what I'm just after.
Yeah, I'll take my L in private. It's just between both of us.
Yeah, I'm not just taking
So
anything
if she
about my
wants to
relationship
go out there and tell her
public.
friends that, oh, Anthony proposed to me, but I refused or I declined, then that's her problem.
Yeah,
That's her taking confidential informations out there. Then from every right-thinking individual, they're gonna think like you just breached the privacy and that boundary that should exist between public and private informations of need to know. And now for this dude, he's taking his L
publicly,
publicly.
man,
It's
because
not even the fact that he got rejected. It's the fact that he also got physically assaulted.
assaulted. Yeah,
And
he
that
got
shit is
hitting.
all over the place.
Yeah, that slabs was hard.
Like, personally, that dude needs to be put on suicide watch. Because trust me, Nigerian boys, they will troll the hell out of him. His friends, they will troll the fuck out of him. And imagine exes too, who are still bitter. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he deserves that."
Yeah,
Like,
that is fact.
like
Yeah,
it's karma.
that's fact.
Because I loved him and I thought we were gonna end up together, and then it was this girl. Like, they're gonna
Yeah,
be like, it's karma. So he's gonna be trolled a lot. He could go into a depressive state. So he needs to be put on suicide watch for his own good. No, like,
are you serious? Is it
do
that
you know
serious?
do you know the amount of people who have seen that video?
I know.
Take
It's a
it
lot
or
of
leave
people,
it.
but how many
People
people
who
actually knows him?
People who knows him, friends of friends, acquaintances, and everybody else that knows him, they're going to talk about it, even though they are comforting you now. There are
Yeah,
going to be people who are going to be trolling you.
the video is gonna be out there forever, though. So
Exactly. It's already out there. It's out there. And even if people are comforting you right now, they're still waiting for the time to properly troll you. When they think like
Why-
you've healed from it, then they remind you.
I show you the video.
People are not nice. Nice for what?
Oh man.
People are not nice, man. So exactly. Now, the other side of this conversation is that if it becomes the girl who suffers this fate, where she's rejected and assaulted, man, the internet is gonna break.
Yeah.
We're breaking that into the internet that day. So usually there's always goal shifting when the gender is different.
Yeah, that's fact, though. Yeah,
That's now
real.
like
That's very.
on a different note. The Pride march in London, which was I think over the weekend, or was it? Yeah, over the weekend. We now have lesbians not wanting to be part of the LGBT march because of transgenders.
There is fire
So
on the
now
mountain.
the whole body is starting to collapse. Now, yeah, because now lesbians are starting to feel like, oh, transgenders are taking the spotlight away from us. It's kind of uh theoretically complex to explain what is happening there,
I
but
know.
there's already a crack.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't want to go into details
No,
because of time and
we don't have
anything. So
the time,
now,
but I
even
already
when
understood.
we talk about LGBTQ, there's already the crack where the lesbians are be like, okay, we're taking the L out of it. So if you want to have GBTQ whatever
Go
march
ahead.
parade in London,
Go ahead.
so then
Do
now there
your
was
thing.
a separate parade or movement. It wasn't as united like as it was in other places where there were pride march or whatnot. So that's why just a different part of it. So I'm saying like now in this case of public proposal going wrong, where men have always been the victim in the past few days, in the past few months, and the videos we've seen, when the case is reversed,
Totally
something
different thing.
else.
Yeah, it's totally different thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, what else do we have on there? So
Well, I think that's it for this week episode, man.
yeah. So first we dude, like I was busy ranting a lot and I forgot to tell the episode number. This is episode number 25.
Yeah.
This is our another milestones, right? We on our 20th episode we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
On this 25th episode, you still want to postpone to 30 episode? 30th episode?
Let's keep moving. Let's keep let's keep rolling.
Let me know, man. We have to do something. We have to do something to the viewers out there, to the listener out there, to the people who has been supporting us, man. Have to give something away. We have a lot of things to give away around Thailand.
Yeah,
around
for
Thailand.
sure.
We have a lot of
Yeah.
things to give away. You
Yeah.
can see
Maybe
one of these.
EP 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, EP 30.
You see the merchandise behind. So we have a
Y'all
lot
can
of
give
things.
something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So probably episode 30, we'll be giving something out.
Fact.
This is the Other Room podcast. We forgot to introduce ourselves too.
Exactly.
My
I
name-
feel like I remember that at the 1 hour mark.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
My name is Joel, aka Authority.
My name is Anthony.
Yeah, thank you.
Signing out.
Peace.